I'm Tyson Holmes from the Sunshine Coast Fire, and this is the Hyundai Queensland State League.
Welcome to the Hyundai Queensland State League Highlights Show, brought to you by Hyundai, Red Rooster and Football Queensland. And our round 15 highlights come to you from Perry Park in Brisbane, where the Brisbane Strikers welcome the Sunshine Coast Fire. These two teams were the most dominant sides in the inaugural season of the Hyundai Queensland State League, and all matches to date have been close results, extremely competitive and passionate. This match, with the Strikers sitting atop the points table and the Sunshine Coast making a return to form over the middle part of the season, always had the makings of a similar scenario. On a heavy surface, after days of rain in Brisbane, the game got underway with great anticipation by all involved. It took only 7 minutes for the game to come alive. Oh Kyun Gong chipped the ball towards the middle to find Jai Cross. Cross chested the ball down and fired firmly past the advancing Ryan Pearce in the Strikers' goal. A wonderful start for the Fire. Great work by Cross to get the ball down and put it into the net to give the visitors a 1-0 lead. The Strikers responded minutes later with a sweeping attack that found Gareth Musson rushing in to hit a half volley that forced keeper Anthony Hall to react and knocked the ball upwards. The ball came down off the crossbar before Hall, under pressure, grabbed it at the second attempt. On 16 minutes, Matt Smith picked out Michael Butters with a long pass. Butters played a 1-2 with Chris DeCipio, sprinted to the byline and crossed towards Adam Webber, who shot past Hall at the near post to make it 1-1. Excellent lead-up work there by Michael Butters, well taken by Webber under pressure from plenty of Fire defenders. For a period, the Strikers dominated possession and caused some anxious moments at the back for Sunny Coast. First, Scott McNichol's shot and a deflection forced Hall to save. Then, some good work via Michael Butters saw the ball fall to Chris DeCipio. His shot didn't make Hall work quite as hard. Sunny Coast also had some attacks, but with no results. Referee Peter Green's half-time whistle saw the teams head to the break at 1 apiece. The teams returned from the break, eager for a quick advantage. It was the Sunshine Coast who showed they wanted to play for it more. Craig Hawkins played a short ball to Tyson Holmes, who drove forward towards the home team's penalty area, found Craig Hawkins, who had the time to tuck a low shot past the oncoming Ryan Pearce. Great vision by Holmes and an accurate first-time finish by the hard-working Hawkins. The Strikers tried to respond, and a great pass from Michael Butters played Webber in behind the Sunshine Coast defence. But as Webber shot, Anthony Hall once again showed brilliant reflexes to deflect the ball away from goal. Brian Gilfillan was showing the commitment that his coach George Cowie was expecting of his team, although on this occasion there was no result. Hawkins had a good view on the Strikers' goal as the Sunny Coast kept coming forward. Here his left foot shot was over. As both teams tried to gain an advantage, a midfield battle was being waged and the Strikers were becoming frustrated. Referee Peter Green had to step in to calm things down. Tyson Holmes was increasingly busy and his shot here was straight at Pearce. Sunny Coast defence was resolute, and the strikers also tried from long range. McNichol's shot here was going over and wide. It was entertaining for the crowd, and a Sunny Coast corner saw Pearce under pressure, but the ensuing scramble did not find another goal. Most of the strikers' chances were coming down the right, with Michael Butters at the heart of them. Here, good lead-up work saw a half chance, but again with no result. In the 76th minute, a Sunshine Coast short corner was played to Michael Gilarakis, who sent across goalward. Okun Gong was left unmarked to jump and deflect a header past Pearce into the empty net to make the score 3-1. Brave work there by Gong, under pressure, sending the visiting supporters into raptures. Anthony Hall was the busiest in the last few minutes. Firstly, to deny a shot from Gareth Musson. Then to gratefully pounce on a header from substitute Stephen Unsworth. Fittingly, Hall had the last touch of the game, with the final whistle signalling a 3-1 win to the Sunshine Coast side. And afterwards we spoke to both coaches to get their views.
The league's obviously between Olympic and strikers. It's been a two-horse race for a long time now. The rest of us are fighting to get in the playoffs, but I think 6 weeks ago our season was almost written off, and 6 weeks later and 6 wins, we're back in there showing people we can still play.
We're disappointed in my lads, and it's hard to say that because they've been fantastic all the way up until now, but probably in some key areas which we identified prior to the game and again at half time, we just couldn't get the upper hand. Obviously that was in the middle of the park. Defensively we didn't win the battles in there, didn't pick up the loose balls and start play, which Sunshine Coast did and did very well. And obviously on the front foot, attacking wise, we didn't play with the same amount of width that we normally do. Michael Butters was excellent getting down the right hand side, but the players in the front third generally wanted to try and attack through the middle, and it played right into Sunshine Coast's hands, I thought.
And to all the round 15 results in the Hyundai Queensland State League. In Townsville, 2 second-half goals for the Razorbacks, playing with only 10 men following a first-half send-off, gave them 3 valuable points over close rivals, Redland City Devils. Paul Sapelli and Jake Navarro getting the goals that put the Razorback season back on track. Olympic FC boosted their goal difference, which could be a telling factor at the end of the season, with a comprehensive 8-0 win away to Bundaberg Spirit. Bundaberg could not repeat last year's upset win over the Brisbane-based team, and 7 individual goal scorers for Olympic saw them easy winners. The unusual side of a goalkeeper on the scorers list at Bundaberg, with Olympic custodian Matt Ham tucking away an 85th minute penalty. Capricorn Cougars continued to frustrate their coaching staff and spectators, losing 2-0 at home to Logan United. After an encouraging away win against the Academy of Sport last weekend, the Cougars fell to a committed Logan United team, for whom Reggie Devani and Reece Jackson were on target, to give new coach Mickey Rooney his first win. As you saw on our highlights, Sunshine Coast too good for the Brisbane Strikers, winning 3-1. Second half goals to Craig Hawkins and Okun Gong giving the Fire their 6th win in a row, and a real crack at the end of season honours. The Queensland Academy of Sport were convincing winners over Whitsunday Miners, 3-0 in Mackay on Sunday. 2 goals to Tim Dunn and a strike by Josh Brillante, enough to show the new coach David Bella their undoubted ability and consign the Miners to another disappointing loss. FNQ Bulls had the bye. And the points table after round 15. Olympic FC now sitting on top